is Marijn? Waar is Marijn?
Arunas, what makes a basketball player from Lithuania different than from any other country?
Well, I think basketball is the first sport in Lithuania, so I think Lithuanians are all about basketball, and I don't know, maybe that's the difference here. Coming here, just coming from a basketball country, maybe we know a bit more than some other players do, but I think that's the biggest reason. It's the number one sport in Lithuania.
How come basketball is such a big sport out there?
I think it came from Sabonis time when he was like the very very good player in Lithuania, and he like
Late 80s, early 90s?
Yeah. And of course, we before Second World War, I think we had our team to win 2 European championships. So that was 1 by 1. When we won first, like everyone was crazy about it. And the second one happened in Lithuania, and very very many people like came here. But then we of course were occupied, so that was going down. But when Sabonis came, he like made basketball on a different level, and we got free from the Russian occupation, and the basketball was like our freedom sign.
The fundamentals of Lithuanian players always stand out to me, and also I noticed that with yourself and with Einaras. Is that something you've learned from a young age?
Yeah, I think youth basketball in Lithuania is very good. The system is very good. The coaches are very good. They explain like in the beginning of the early days, like they let you concentrate more on let's say one-on-one individual basketball, but later on, like when you're like 15, 16, they start making you better at like team basketball, playing with your team. So I think that's where the fundamentals come in from the coaches trying to adapt us to team basketball.
Okay. Now this is your 3rd season in the Netherlands. You played at Arunas Leeuwarden before, and last season at Feyenoord Rotterdam. It seems to me that you're still improving every day. What aspects of the game are you working on most at the moment?
Getting my body right. Right now it's a bunch of mini injuries, which are like, they let me play 100%, but still they're like kind of bothering me. But yeah, first of all, that I need to fix all my like small injuries. But other than that, I think maybe working every day to adapt to coach system, because it's way different from the systems I played with the different coaches, and this year it's way different. And yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe trying always to improve, watching videos, watching myself play, watching the team play. How can I do better, other than the skill set or something? But yeah, every day, shooting, dribbling, all that, defense, trying to improve everything every day.
What aspects of his game do you like most?
Yeah, he is reading the game really good. Like of course, he's never like, when he sees you open, he will always pass you the ball. Like he's never gonna hold it. Yeah, that's a good sign for a player. I think he's not like selfish player, and that makes not only him better, but like our whole team better as a whole.
When looking at your game on the court, one thing that stands out is your defensive positioning. Is that something that comes natural to you, or is that something you had to learn?
Both, I think, yeah, because when I came to a different level, like it's like all different systems. Like you need time to understand that, but I think I understand it pretty well. I know where I can risk. You need to like know the other team players, like who can shoot, who cannot. So it's a lot of things in your head, but like you make it work somehow.
Earlier in the season, we saw a couple of times you can get emotional or irritated on the court even when things don't work out or when you don't get the calls from the refs. Is that something that helps you in your game, or is that something you try to avoid?
Well, last couple of games, not last couple of games, I think the season is way better. Trying to get rid of that. I don't think it helps me. Well, I like to think it helps me. It's not because like I want to scream on somebody, just from a winning perspective. I always want to win. I always want to do my best, and it just comes out because of that. It's not because I'm just like crazy guy or something. It's just because of the need of winning. But yeah, I think I need to fix that. even I talk with coach, that I don't need to talk with the referees because there's no point in talking with them. But everyone says it doesn't help me, and I want to think it doesn't help me, but sometimes I think it helps me. Sometimes.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a winning mentality, right? It's just how you channel it, I suppose.
I guess.
Where do you think you could still improve the greatest?
Everywhere. I still need.
Is there a specific area you focus on?
Of course, first of all, physical. Like I need like more weight, be more physical. But as I am now, I still have some advantages, like which I can use against stronger players. But if I want to play on a higher level, I need to be more physical. Yeah.
Last night we played a game against Mornar. We won. Therefore, we still have a chance of reaching the second round in Europe Cup. How have you experienced European games so far? How important is it to you to play European games?
For sure, it's very important. I think one of the main reasons I came here is because we had the chance to play in European games, and of course, the motivation is to get to the second round. I think we can do that. We put ourselves to a spot where we can where everything. Where we decide everything. I mean, we just have to win and we're out.
You seem to have found your groove playing for Leiden. Can you tell a little bit more about your first few months here and how you adjusted to life and basketball here?
Yeah, it was first hard to come here. Like, I wasn't ever playing in different country. And yeah, of course, adaptation took some time. I was like trying other things, like looking for some different solutions, but I think I found my place now, and I think I'm improving like really fast now.
Did the fact that you have a fellow countryman in the team make it easier for you to adjust?
Yeah, of course. Like if I don't know something, I can always just ask him. He always can answer me, and that really it's easier. And of course, he's like 30 years in the Netherlands, so he knows a lot of things. Like I can always ask not about basketball, but like about living in Netherlands, like from Lithuanian perspective.
Did you speak to Arunas before you signed at Leiden?
No, I didn't.
Did you know him before?
Yeah, we are actually from the same city in Lithuania. Yeah, we were born in the same city, but he was like 1 year older, so I didn't play with him in the youth program. But yeah, I know him from very little age. Yeah.
He's a quiet guy. It's hard to communicate with him.
He's a quiet guy, but he did mention that it helps him having a countryman here, and you know, when there's questions that he has and helping to adjust. Is that something you actively try to do, or is it something that's just happened as the season went along?
Like you mean what? Like
for him to adjust to living outside Lithuania.
Yeah, I think it's way easier for him when he knows that a Lithuanian is here. I try to help him with whatever he asks. He doesn't ask too many questions, but if there's a question, I'll help him if I know, like, because I've been almost Dutch. Just don't know how to speak it yet, but yeah, I know some stuff he needs to. So whenever he asks, I'll help. No problem.
What aspects of the game do you admire him for?
I think his. I don't know how to. I know the word in Lithuanian, but I don't know how do I even explain it in English. But he's like the sense of knowing where to be, knowing where to stand,
how to read the game.
He's like we all know he's not the most maybe athletic. He's tall, of course, but he's not most athletic. He's not maybe most vertical guy or whatever. But like he always knows where to be, where to stand on defense. He knows where to be. Like he's a smart player. And yeah, the sense of basketball, I guess, if you can say that.
Every game you tally up several blocks. Opponents seem to underestimate the length of your arms.
Yeah.
Do you know the width of your wingspan?
I think it's 2 meters 13.
Okay, well, good luck in the rest of the season, and I hope we'll see lots more of you.
Yep, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Waar is Marijn? Waar is Marijn? Waar is Marijn?